Welcome to episode 17 of my Yarny Corner. My name's Alex and I live in Yorkshire in the UK, and this is my podcast all about knitting and crochet. So welcome everybody, I hope that you're all okay and I hope that you've had a lovely crafty 2 weeks. You should have seen some footage at the beginning of this video of some dyeing that we've been doing this week, and if you've been following me on Instagram you'll have seen that my partner Danny has started dyeing as well. So there are 2 of us doing it now. And he started it just to sort of have a go, and he hasn't stopped since. He's really enjoying it, and some of his colourways have been amazing. So we've got a shop update tomorrow, and at the end of this video I'll show you the things, the skeins that are going into the shop. But it's been a really fun week. We've really enjoyed working together and coming up with new ideas together. It's been absolutely brilliant. So there's been a lot of posts of pictures on Instagram, and I actually did my first reel. I think I've got about 3 reels up now. It took me ages to figure out how to do it, but I've actually done my first Instagram reel as well, which is exciting. So I'll talk about that more towards the end of the podcast. So today is the 26th of August. I forgot to say that bit, as I usually do, and I'll put in the description box below all the information about where you can find me. You can email me. I'm on Instagram and Ravelry, and Danny has his own Instagram page as well now, so you can even go and give him a follow if you want, and he's got a lot more of the pictures of him dyeing on there. And yeah, so let us get on with the podcast. I've had such a tough 2 weeks. Everything that I've tried to do has gone seriously wrong, so I don't have a lot to show you. I've got some mistakes to show you. I do have one finished object, but we'll just get on with it and we'll talk about that as we get to it. So as well, I do want to just mention the giveaway that I did last fortnight. Heather Everston, I'm still waiting to hear from you. Obviously it's only been 2 weeks, so I'm not going to redraw yet, but if I'm going to leave it another 2 weeks, and if I haven't heard back by then, I'm going to redraw that, which would be on the next podcast. So Heather, if you can get in touch and give me your details so I can send your giveaway prize to you. And like I say, if I haven't heard from you by the next time I do the podcast, I will redraw for that giveaway. I have all the names written down in order anyway, so I can just redraw it. So yeah, let's get on. I've got 2 kittens running around in here, so if I suddenly go like that, it's because the kittens jumped up. They're obsessed with trying to get the yarn behind me. So if I duck back, that's when you'll probably see a kitten fly behind me. But yeah, I'll stop waffling and get on with the podcast. So I have one finished object this week, which is this little piggy here, and I just wanted to make a pig, so I designed this little one. I call her Penelope. She's made in DK weight yarn. Obviously she's got little wings because she can't just be a normal pig. It is me, I have to put something on it. I did toy with the idea of putting a little crown, so I'm not even holding it up, a little crown on the top there, or a flower or something. I still might, to be honest. She needs something on her head. She looks a bit bare. Yeah, all made in DK weight yarn. And this yarn is actually Women's Institute. Look at that tail. Isn't it cute? This yarn is actually Women's Institute yarn, which is one that I always tend to make my toys with. I don't know why, I just prefer it. There's any yarn works for toys, it doesn't really matter. And she's got some little wings there. Like I say, there is a pattern for this. Hopefully by the next time I podcast, this pattern will be available on Ravelry, and the Aviator Bear pattern will also be available on Ravelry as well. I just need to pull my finger out and write the patterns down, and then just give them another quick test to make sure they're okay. But the plan is to start getting these patterns onto Ravelry now. But yeah, so that is Penelope Pig, and my only finished object for this week. I'll stand her back up there. So last time we spoke, I was making the Mysterium-tee, which I will just get out. And to be honest with you, I really could have had this finished, and I'm a little bit disappointed with myself because it's not finished. It's so close. I'll just show you the pattern again. This is the pattern. This is the Mysterium-tee. I won't attempt to say the name, I'll just show you. And it's a lovely, lovely pattern. I'm so close to finishing it. Whoops, I'm throwing yarn everywhere. Just a minute. Right, let's have a look. So this is made in Cascade Heritage, which is actually, oops, this yarn here. And I bought 5 skeins of this, and I've not even cracked into my 3rd ball yet. This is my 2nd ball, so I've almost done it in 2 skeins. I don't know if I'm going to finish this and need to just take a little bit out of another skein. But yeah, it's Cascade Heritage, and this is the Bordeaux colourway, 4-ply yarn. I bought that from Wool Warehouse, and I think it was about £7.99 a skein, which I thought was really good. It's 75% merino and 25% nylon, and it's super, super soft. It's beautiful. So that's the colourway. And this is the finished tee. It's all rolled because it needs blocking, but that's the lace section at the bottom there. Can you see that? If I try and I'll hold it this way, look. That's the lace section at the bottom. So all the main body is done. There you go. You can't really see that, can you? The only thing I wasn't sure on was the neckline rolls. And I was really unsure if that was going to bother me. And I don't know until I've tried it on and worn it. But some people have left some comments giving me some good ideas that I could put an I-cord edging on or something like that. So if it does bug me, I think I may just do something like that. But I'm just on the sleeves, and it's basically you just knit for, I think it's 3 inches, but I've just done it at 2.5. And then you put the same lace section on the sleeve, which is at the bottom there. So that's my first sleeve. I've just got to do 10 rounds of the lace section, that's it. And then my second sleeve. It's so close to being done. And I haven't picked this up I haven't picked it up since last Friday, I think. I really could have had this finished. And you know when you sort of get to that point where you just think, why is it still sat there? I could have easily finished it. But I got sidetracked making the pig this weekend. And that kind of took all my time. But yeah, so I'm a little disappointed it's not finished. But hopefully by the next podcast it will be. I'm not sure. That's a bit of string dangling down. Oops. I'm not sure how much this is going to stretch. Let me see if I can... Let me stand up a minute. Let me move my chair out the way. Ooh. So it comes sort of there. My hip is here. So it's certainly going to be cropped, but this yarn is super, super stretchy. So I don't know how big this is going to be once it's blocked. So I'm really interested to see what happens. It's going to go one of 2 ways. It's either going to fit me perfectly because it's looking a bit small at the moment, or it's going to be far too big. I did make the large size, which is the size that I would normally make. We all know that I didn't swatch. And if this goes wrong, then I think that's lesson learned, isn't it? I've gone up slightly on the needle size. I've gone up 1 needle size because I'm a tight knitter, and usually I have to go up a needle size. But I really love it. I can't wait till it's finished. I wanted it to wear with my little summer dresses because it's cropped. I think it'll look really nice. I've got a lovely grey dress that this will look beautiful with. So I need to pull my finger out. There's no need to have this just sat here. Absolutely no need. So that is my first work in progress. Oops. Another thing that I wanted to quickly mention, I don't think it was last episode, I think it was the episode before I was talking about the crochet book which was coming out, and I said it comes out on the 17th. It's not, it's the 31st, because I tried to order it on the 17th and it's not, it's the 31st. I'll put a picture on the screen if you can't remember, or if you haven't seen that episode, which book it was, but that's actually out on the 31st. And of course, because I've been looking at that, Amazon then sends you, would you like to view this? There is also a second, this is the first one. This is the Harry Potter Knitting Magic by Tanis Gray. and she's bringing another one out of these, which I'll put a picture on the screen for that one as well. So that book is also coming out. I can't remember when it's coming out, but I'll write it underneath. I'll double check after the video and write it underneath when it's coming out. But there is also a Disney knitting book. I know, Disney as well, bringing a book out. I'll put a picture on the screen. Again, I'm not sure when the date of that is, but I'm going to have to buy that one as well. How did I get onto that? Don't know how I started talking about that. Oh, I was telling you I got the date wrong for the other one, wasn't I? So, that is work in progress number 1. So my second work in progress, which I've been talking about, is this one here. This is the Midas hat by Laura Reinbach. Reinbach or Reinbach. I'm sorry if I've got that wrong. And I will show you my progress on this one. You're going to be really impressed with this. That's it. That's what's happened. As you can see, I've pulled it out. I had so many problems with this pattern. It was ridiculous. And it's not the pattern's fault. It's totally mine. So, when I showed you this last time, I'd done a provisional cast on. This uses 100 gram skein of yarn in 4-ply, and it's basically got a folded brim. Now this yarn that I was using is a Crazy Zauber ball yarn, and I must say it looked absolutely beautiful as it was knit up. It really faded. I should have taken a picture before I pulled it out. It faded so lovely from the black to the pink. It looked gorgeous. So this yarn definitely needs to become a hat. And I mentioned last time that I've done one provisional cast on, which was for, I have it at the side of me. Not that one. This, I've done a provisional cast on when I made this. This is the festive Cowl, and I made a provisional cast on with this, and I made this all in mini skeins. Was it 20 gram minis or 10 gram minis? I can't remember. My son had bought me these for Christmas, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. But when I've done a provisional cast on this, let me just show you. Where is it? Here it is. I don't know what I've done, but can you see? Can you see the line? So I'd obviously picked up the stitches the wrong way. It doesn't really matter, because once it's on, I can use, it's either at the back and you sort of fold it round. It's a beautiful, beautiful cowl is this one. It's gorgeous. And you can't even tell, so it's fine. Anyway, so I was talking on the last video about this mess up that I'd done with the only provisional cast on that I'd done. So I was a little bit nervous about it. I'd found a really good video online and I'd done that really well, and I thought that was going to be my problem with this hat. It wasn't. So you knit so far, you do your provisional cast on, you knit so far, and then you'll do a purl row to fold it back in and knit so far again, and then you need to pick up the stitches from the provisional cast on. That was the bit I was concerned about, and that was fine. I did it all really well. I picked it up the right way. Everything was fine. But you pick up the stitches on a separate set of needles, and then you fold it in and you're working. So basically you've got 4 needles on the inside of the hat. You've got the 2 that you're working from, the circular needles, and then the 2 from the provisional cast on, and you knit them together. So I had basically 4 needles clumped up and I couldn't do it. Every time I tried to take the needles off, because you'll knit so many from the back and then so many from the front. Every time I tried to do a front stitch, the back stitches popped off. And they kept popping off and I kept picking them up. I was being really patient, taking it really, really slowly, and they just kept happening. And then I did a stitch and about 10 popped off, and I just went, oh, and that was it. I pulled it out. Could I have carried on with it? Yes. Could I have been more patient with it? yes, because like I say, the yarn was knitting up so beautifully. It looked gorgeous, and I really, really should have been more patient with it. But it was the most fiddly thing to do, and my own fault. If I'd have been using double pointed needles, I don't think I'd have had the same issue. If my second set of the same size is a really long cable, so it was a really long set of needles. If I'd have switched it so I had the smaller set on the inside, I think it'd have worked. I wouldn't have been in that tangle. So it was nothing to do with the pattern. It was all me. My mistake by using needles with really long cables that I just couldn't grasp it to do what I needed it to do. So it's been ripped out. And I'm a little bit disappointed because I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I planned on putting a really big black fluffy pom-pom on it. I've saved the yarn, so I think I'm going to have to do it again. I don't know, or maybe just make one without a brim made into it. I don't know, because it did look so beautiful. And this, like I say, this yarn, you see how it's pink and black? It faded so beautifully because you get, let me see if I can find a bit. This section here, it makes it just fade really, really nice. But anyway, it is no more. And I can't, this is what happens. Not every project we knit will ever go swimmingly and smoothly and there won't be an issue. It's not how it goes. Sometimes we find things more tricky than others. But yeah, I was really, really disappointed. But never mind. I'm going to leave it for now, think about it, decide whether I want to go back to do that hat or make something completely different. I don't know. We shall see. I have also got some progress on my Snoopy blanket. Quite a bit of progress, but I'm not sure that you're going to be able to see. I'm going to try and show you anyway. Let's have a look. I'm not sure it's going to show up. I'm in a tangle again. I'm in a tangle again. I really should sort this out before a podcast. This is ridiculous. How have I got in such a tangle? Right, get them 3 yarns on my knee. Where are we up to? Whoops. Whoops. I'll show you why I'm in such a tangle first. This is the back. That's why I'm in such a tangle. So, sorry about that. That was the phone call. I can't remember where I was up to, but Danny has just walked in.
Hi everyone.
I'm trying to get him to come and say
Hi
hello.
everyone.
He won't come over. You're not going to come and say hello?
No.
I'll get him on the podcast at some point. Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, sorry about that, everybody. I got a phone call which I had to take. So we were talking about the Snoopy blanket. So there has been quite a bit of progress on this. I've just dropped my yarn all over the floor. That's going to tangle. You could just, it's so hard to hold up so you can see it. It's really, really quite big now. This, I'm just coming up, this is the roof that Snoopy is sitting on. For those of you that haven't seen the picture, this is the picture here, and it's in Copy of Crochet now. What number magazine is it? What number magazine is it? Issue 69 of Crochet Now, and it's this pattern here that I'm doing. So I am, where am I? Just coming up to the top of the house. I'll get to start Snoopy soon. But yeah, really, really, really enjoying it, and it's getting much easier. I'm just finishing off this green section now. So yeah, it's just the back. Look at the ends. I've just dropped my yarn everywhere. This one's attached to a ball of wool, which is in a heap on the floor. There's 2 other big balls attached as well. And then I've got lots of these little bobbins attached. So there's a lot of ends to weave in. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. It's really fun, and it's getting much easier now as well. I'll just have to pick some of these up. Oops. Sort all these out later. So yeah, that is my progress on that. And I have one more project to talk about. It's not a work in progress just yet, but I do plan on starting this today. Where are we? So I have a skein of this yarn. This is one of mine, and this is blue suede. And I made this in the last... Which one did I make it in? Which update? About a month ago. It was in my last Etsy update. This one was in, and I planned on using this and this and oops. I planned on using these three. You see that? In a fade, but I don't think this one matches quite as well. So I'm going to keep them two there and find another one to go with those. Oops, they're actually falling. There we go. And I am going to make the sockhead cowl. This is for Danny. He really wants this for the winter. I'm going to have to make two because I want one as well. But he wants the sockhead cowl and the sockhead slouch hat to match in this yarn. So I'm going to start this today. I've done a sockhead slouch before, which is actually just fine because I have everything organised now. It's all in one place, so I can actually show you. This is the last sockhead slouch that I made. Now this is ruined because my cat got hold of it. This yarn is a Lay family yarn in the colourway Jack Frost. Now where's the cat ruined it? Here. You see that? There it is. You can't see it on the camera at all. She's clawed it and she's sort of broken a stitch. So I need to fix that. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous hat. I absolutely love it. So that is the sockhead slouch, and I do absolutely love it. So I'd like it again without the cat claw marks in it, and I may put a pom-pom on next time. It's all made in 4-ply yarn. You use 100 grams of 4-ply yarn. Now I made the medium size in this last time, and I only use 50 grams. I do have the full 50 grams of this left, so I can make exactly the same one again, but I want it in this next time. So the sockhead cowl is a free pattern by Kelly McClure, as is the sockhead slouch as well. So they're both available on Ravelry. They will be linked in the description box below. And I think, if I'm right, the sockhead slouch has 4 inches of ribbon. I've not got the camera right, have I, since I got that phone call? It feels like it's not right. The sockhead slouch hat has the 4 inches of ribbon on here. And I'm pretty certain this cowl is the same. Let me just check it. Yep, the 4 inches of ribbon on the beginning and the end of the cowl as well. It does call for 2.5 needles. I don't have any 2.5 needles, so I'm going to do it in 2.75. But yeah, it's going to look beautiful. So that is that. And that is my only other work in progress. What else have I got on? Oh, I've got some socks to start, but I'm waiting till the 1st of September, because if you watch Mandy from the Mouse's Mates podcast, you'll know that she's doing a sock along, which I'm super, super excited about. So I'm holding off casting on any more socks because I want to take part in that. Now that starts the 1st of September and it goes on till the 31st of October. I believe. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty certain that's how long it goes on for. I've actually got something in my eye now. Oops. So I'm going to be casting on some socks for that. I'm not sure what I'm going to cast on yet. I've got this yarn. Where is it? Oh, it's in here. I have some Drops Fable, which is my next sock wool that I wanted to use. But this is only 50 grams, I believe. Is it 50 grams? I don't know, and I can't tell you what the colour just says 914. But yes, I want to cast on some socks for Mandys sockalong. So I'm going to be doing that, which I'm super, super excited about. And yeah, actually, that'd look nice, wouldn't it? Do the heels and toes in this. That'd look quite nice. What else have I got in here? Got a blue one as well. I've got a dark blue one. That looks better, doesn't it? Yeah, that one. That one looks better. Yes, I'll be casting those on, but not till the 1st of September. So I can join in the sock along with Mandy. And I think that is everything. If you can hear that noise, that's the door opening. We have an alarm on our door, which I put on when the kids were younger. And it's sort of built into the alarm system. So it sounds like a shop when you come in and out of my house. And I can't remember the code to turn it off, so we're just stuck with it. I suppose it's a great security feature, isn't it? But you can always hear when somebody opens the door. So that is it for all the knitting content. I'm just going to talk a little bit about... That's the door again. I think they're done now. I'm going to talk a little bit about the shop update. So if you're only here for the knitting content, then thank you very, very much for joining me. And if you want to stick around to find out what's going in the shop tomorrow, we will hop into that. So as I mentioned earlier on in the video, Danny has now joined my Yarny Corner and he's doing the yarn dyeing alongside me. He had a little go when I was down the other day and he just loved it. He absolutely fell in love with it. I think I'd just bought some yarn to dye and he's just sort of took over and he ended up dyeing like 10 skeins. And he's really, really loving it and he's really quite good at it as well. So I'm going to show you some of the things that we've been doing this week. We've had such a fun time. Like I said earlier on, he's now got his own Instagram page and yeah, he's loving it. And I'm so, so pleased that he's joined in as well. He won't come on the podcast. I keep trying to get him on, but he doesn't want to come on yet. But I plan on doing Vlogtober, so he won't be able to get away from me that easy when we do Vlogtober. But so in this update, we have some 4-ply yarn and we have some DK. So we'll start with the DK. Now, they don't all have names yet. This one smells so nice. This one is called Bubblegum and this is DK and it's 210 metres per 100 grams. So that's that one. And it's just all blues and pinks and really, really nice. We have one of those. Now this one's sold, so I don't know if I should show you this one or not. This is wood oak. And it's just brown and greens and yellows. And we've had to make a few of these because there was quite a lot of interest in this one on Instagram. This is also a DK, but it's also been sold. But I'll show you how it's been sold. So this has been sold as a set. Excuse the cable ties on here. We have this one. And then this one is called Honeycomb. It's still a darker yellow, and then we have a lighter yellow, and both of these colours are in the main skein. We have this one as well, and this one is Honey Pot. So these three have been sold together. So these ones aren't available in the shop. So I really shouldn't be showing you really, but this is what we've been doing all week. So there's those. We also have this beautiful, beautiful rainbow one. Again, DK, and it's just gorgeous. I'm hoping to get the shop update done at 11 o'clock in the morning, so just keep an eye on the shop. And then we have this one. This is just pinks and yellows. No name for this one yet. very, very nice. We also have, again, this one doesn't have a name either yet. It will do by tomorrow. This is pink, light pink and purple. Really, really pretty. That's that one. And then we have this one. This is my favourite. Now this one, he actually died for me. I really, really want to try some DK socks. And this DK weight yarn, it is sock yarn as well. It's 75% merino and 25% nylon. So if you're wanting to try some DK socks, this yarn will work. So I've been desperate to try some DK socks. And this one is called Pig in Muck. There are 2 skeins of this because he made one for me and one for the shop. But I'm going to put them both in the shop because I think if somebody wants to make a cowl and you might want 2 skeins, it's just such a gorgeous colour. There are 2 skeins of this one going in. And move on to the 4-ply. We have a wood oak in 4-ply. This one's already skeined up. And this one matches really, really well with it. This one is called Falling Leaves. And this is just total autumn. And I think together they just look beautiful. So these 2 are going in the shop. This one is one of mine. For my original update, I'd made one called Pizzazz, and this is just a slightly brighter version of Pizzazz. Just a bit more deep colour in this one. Again, this is on 4-ply, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon. We have a green. This one does not have a name yet, but it is just greens and yellows. Again on 4-ply. Now this one is my favourite. If nobody could buy this one, that'd be great, because I can't keep stealing yarn. But if it doesn't sell, like my blue one, my blue suede didn't sell, so I kept that. So if no one could buy this one, that'd be great, because I really, really want it. This is called Cosmo on the Beach, and it's just beautiful. It's a real bright pink, which goes into yellow and paler pink. It's just gorgeous. So nobody buy that, please, because I really want it. And we have this one. This is just yellows and greys, all on 4-ply, and pinks. And this one is beautiful. This is another green, which would go quite well with the other one. And it's got lots of blue in it, quite a bright one. That one. This one is a lovely one as well. We have this one. Now Daddy did name this one, but I can't remember what he's called it to tell you. That one. And 2 more. Another favourite of mine is this one. That's browns and yellows. It's beautiful. And a bit goes to cream. Can you see that? And the final one is this one. Again, another pink colour. You can tell Danny's likes pink. The pink ones, he's dyed them all. And yeah. So that is those, and they will be in the shop tomorrow. Like I say, I'll try and get those in. We're aiming to get the update done at 11. I don't know how we get them into Etsy all at the same time, or whether I'm going to have to individually list them. I don't know, but we'll see. So I'll keep an eye out for the shop tomorrow if you want to catch the update. And I just want to thank everybody your support for Danny joining has been absolutely lovely. You've all been so welcoming for him on Instagram, and it's been really, really lovely. A lot of you have been over and followed his page as well, so thank you so much for that. And I know that he may not come on the podcast to say it because he is quite shy to do that yet, but he's been really, really blown away. So thank you all for just being the amazing people that you are and just welcoming him as well. You've all been so great with me since I joined, and yeah, just thank you very much, and thank you for everybody that's supported us so far. Yeah, it's been lovely, absolutely lovely. I've been blown away. There's been such lovely comments left, and yeah, it's just been amazing. So just thank you, everybody. It's been fab. So I think that is everything I've got to talk about today. Yeah, I think that's everything. We'll do the update this week, and like I say, Heather, if you are watching, if you can just get in touch with me and leave me your details for your giveaway prize, and if I've not heard anything by the next podcast, I will redraw. I want to just give Heather a little bit longer. You don't know, people get busy, you know, I don't want to just jump in and redraw, so we'll leave it another fortnight. But yeah, so I hope that you're all okay, and I hope that you all have a lovely crafty couple of weeks. And by the next time I podcast, if I've not finished that Mysterium-tee shirt, then you can all shout at me because it's ridiculous at this point. It should be finished. So thank you all, everybody, and I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.